It is an interesting trend for a political party to put members of parliament in a state assembly election. It almost shows that the BJP believes that they want more new faces possibly in the Lok Sabha. You know, you get a few people to contest assembly elections, keep them there, get new faces. But they believe in this theory that it galvanizes the local cadres. In some places it does, in others it angers. I met a leader who was hoping to get a ticket from the very constituency where Narendra Singh Tomar is contesting, and he said, "हम तो यहाँ 5 साल से तैयार थे assembly election लड़ने, MP साहब आ जाते हैं." So, you know, it's a tricky one round.
But the same thing for him. The reason why he's having such a tough fight in Jotwada, whereas Mr. Rajyavardhan Rathore, is because there is a former BJP leader who thought that he wanted the ticket. So there's so much infighting within the BJP on that particular constituency.
You know, it's going to be interesting. I think Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh are both states where both the political parties have got some of their strategy right, some of it wrong. The Congress invested a lot of their resources in projecting Kamal Nath. So they've put their eggs in a way in the state leaders' basket. I didn't even see posters. Or, you know, otherwise Congress is always the Gandhi family and the local leaders are sort of secondary roles. Here, Kamal Nath was the face and the Gandhi family was bottom of the posters.
But there's too much talk around the Congress, because if the BJP wins Madhya Pradesh, the BJP would have snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Madhya Pradesh, till a few weeks ago, looked very firmly headed towards the Congress. You've got laddus up there. The laddus are being prepared. The mithai walas, especially around Bengali sweets, they're very smart because you've got them ready, and whoever wins, you can have them sent to those people. It would be a master class in election management if the BJP is indeed able, at a late stage in the campaign, to pull Madhya Pradesh away from the Congress. That would be.
You know, this is the story of comeback. 6 months ago, everyone wrote of Ashok Gehlot. Today, Ashok Gehlot, by all accounts, is not down and out. 3 months ago, most people were writing off Shivraj Singh Chauhan. By all accounts, he's back in the race. In Chhattisgarh, it appeared that Bhupesh Baghel was cantering to victory. What happens? It now seems to be a tight fight. And on the last day, we are being told, KCR ko mat bhulo, still in the race.
Pawan Khera is speaking at this time. His wife, in fact, is contesting in Telangana. Let's listen to the Congress leader.
Results का मायना क्या रहने वाला है, किस तरीके से?
रिजल्ट्स का मायना स्पष्ट है. भारत जोड़ो यात्रा से जो हमारा सफर शुरू हुआ और उसके बाद जिस तरीके से हमने अपनी बात, अपना संदेश लोगों तक पहुंचाया, लोगों का दर्द जिस तरह से हमने उसको आवाज दी, मुझे लगता है ये उसकी जीत होगी.
कई खबरें ये भी आ रही, विधायक दल की आपने बैठक बुलाई है, ऑब्जर्वर्स को लगाया गया है, खासकर पर्टिकुलर क्योंकि राजस्थान जहाँ से आप आते हैं, वहाँ पर क्या पूर्ण नंबर आने वाले हैं या कुछ?
नहीं, हम आश्वस्त हैं. ऑब्जर्वर्स तो हमने चारों राज्यों में लगाए हैं, लेकिन हम आश्वस्त हैं कि हम चारों राज्य जीतने जा रहे हैं.
Those laddus, Rajdeep, are at the Congress headquarters. Do you think they're getting a bit carried away? I mean, the first votes haven't been counted. The laddus are being counted. I mean, just stay calm.
You know, elections are already on their plate. These are those Delhi ke laddu.
Bengali market ke laddu.
Bengali market
ke moti doodh ke laddu. Ginti shuru to hone.
You see, the problem with the Congress is that in the past, as I said, they were accused of not celebrating enough when they won Himachal. Now they are celebrating prematurely. To my mind, elections will be the trends will be clear only by noon this time. It's going to be that competitive.
So they can leave the laddus for a while.
Bring them here.
Laddus look so fresh and tempting.
Please send them to the studio. All I've got is these biscuits and some coffee. If you can bring the laddus, it might just make my morning just that much more interesting. You don't need the laddus at the Congress office.
You really want your morning to be more interesting than what it is poised to be?
No, I'm just saying this.
We are aiming for a cliff.
No, you see, I think political parties believe that if they create a mahal, they might change the numbers. It's not going to change. The EVMs are already deciding. It's like exit polls. You know, people yesterday when this leader last night saying, your exit polls are wrong. I said, don't worry, sir. Whatever happens will be known in a few hours from now.
Laddu means confidence. I think laddu is a sign of telling the troops, this is confidence. I mean, the laddu symbolizes
so I just
the confidence,
I asked our producers, by BJP office mein kya ho raha, wo bhi to batao. So there's some halwa there, okay, fine.
Okay, fine.
Halwa just being whipped up at the BJP
It's always
office.
sugar, you know. That's a separate discussion, that why we always have to feed people sugar.
You've been on a health trip recently.
Yeah,
right?
and I don't think sugar is that good. I mean,
given how much stress they take, surely on counting day, if they win, they can have the halwa.
You can have, there is no protein.
No,
ever. But that's a separate issue.
Against traditions, yeah. That's not done.
What is your favorite sweet? What is the favorite sweet in Madhya Pradesh? What is Madhya Pradesh's sweet number one? Come on.
I think, I mean, Madhya Pradesh can have a lot of sweet, but laddu is universal.
Laddu is universal. There is a place in Gwalior where Atal Bihari Vajpayee, as Prime Minister, would order his laddus from.
Yes.
I think it's called Bahadura Sweets. At Bahadura Sweets, I went on a Sunday morning. Sunday morning, Bahadura Sweets had a longer line than a Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan first day, first show.
You know, I'm just being told that some channels are showing all kinds of crazy numbers. Can I just say that this is where postal ballots are just being opened? I know that they're not confident about their coverage and their numbers and the quality of their analytics. That's just full Farji cafe. You just need to give it some time. Let the real numbers come out. Show the viewers the real picture. Don't just start cooking up numbers even before the ballot boxes have actually been opened. Postal ballots open initially, then the electronic voting machines. It's a process that takes time. Don't cook up numbers because that, I mean, it's a bit like they're polling. I mean, don't really send surveyors out to the field. Many of them, frankly, just wait for our numbers to go out, see what we put out, add or subtract a few and then put it out. I mean, that's just like very shallow.
Look, I have no problem. Rahul, we should let whoever wants to do whatever. I think we should be on a day like this very, very cautious to ensure that we give you the credible news. You know, the worst thing you can do on a day like this is put Farji numbers, as you called it, because it'll completely skew your analysis of what's happening. And I think therefore...
And it's not a game. You know, for us, this is not a game. This is something we take very seriously. We invest a lot of time, energy, effort, equity into it. And therefore, you don't want to be cooking stuff up. So the first trend, frankly, is now coming in. It's coming in from Madhya Pradesh. The first lead that we've got has headed towards the Congress. So that's really the first lead that's just coming. If you're seeing bigger numbers elsewhere, I promise you somebody just sitting there is cooking it up. It's not from...
And it's interesting, the first lead for the Congress is coming from the Malwa belt. And I believe that, you know, elections in Madhya Pradesh will be decided by Malwa and Malwa Nimad. Because last time the BJP was in... I mean, in a large state, it will be decided from different reasons, but Malwa is critical for the BJP. The BJP needs to go back to dominating Malwa. In 2018, in the tribal belt of Malwa Nimad in particular, the Congress had made a huge comeback. One reason this election is important, Rahul, tribal seats. 47 seats in Madhya Pradesh are tribal. That's a huge number. In Chhattisgarh, 29 are tribal. Which way will the STs vote is going to be crucial to the final numbers of this election. Are the poorer parts of the country in a region like Malwa Nimad or in Bagelkhand, Bundelkhand voting with the Congress or going to the BJP? I think that's going to be a big challenge.
Also, whether communities show similar voting patterns across states, or are the tribals voting differently in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh? Are the Dalits voting along similar lines? I mean, those are the real questions to look at. Those answers will have meaning for this result and what may happen in the Lok Sabha elections. So the first lead coming in from Madhya Pradesh. We're waiting for numbers to come in from other states as well.